Hello, it's Ramonica, real estate broker here, and I am doing another video. This video is exclusively for sellers, and we are talking about information about brokerage services. So if you are selling a home in the state of Texas, you should be receiving this form from your real estate professional. So I'm going to cover some of the key elements of this form and explain what this form is for. This is not a listing agreement. It is not a contractual form. It does not obligate you to work with the sales agent that had you sign it, and it does not require you to work with the brokerage office either. So this form is just strictly informational, and it says it at the top of the page. Texas law requires all real estate licensees to give the following information about brokerage services to prospective buyers, tenants, sellers, and landlords. So by law, we are required as a real estate professional to give you this form. So it talks about the different types of real estate license holder. You have a broker. A broker is responsible for all brokerage activities, including acts performed by sales agent sponsored by the broker. That means any agent that is working for the broker's office. And a sales agent must be sponsored by a broker and works with clients on behalf of the broker. Are a broker's minimum duties required by law? A client is the person or party that the broker represents. So these are the duties we are required to perform for clients, is to put the interest of the client above all others, including the broker's own interest, inform the client of any material information about the property or transaction received by the broker, answer the client's questions, and present any offer to or counter offer from the client, and also treat all parties to a real estate transaction honestly and fairly. So that's what your real estate sales agent or your broker is going to do for you. If you are a seller, as an agent or owner for the seller, the broker becomes the property owner's agent through an agreement with the owner, usually in a written listing to sell or property management agreement. So that's how you get representation. It's usually done through a written agreement that you receive. An owner's agent must perform the broker's minimum duties, which are these duties above, and must inform the owner of any material information about the property or transaction known by the agent, including information disclosed to the agent or sub-agent by the buyer or buyer's agent. So the cool thing when you're selling a property is that you get to work with real estate agents that are representing buyers. You get to work with your own agent, and then you also have sub-agents that may not be in a written agreement with a buyer, but they are still showing the buyer property. All three of those, listing agent, buyer's agent, and sub-agent, must report to you. The buyer's agent, they do have exclusivity. They represent the buyer, but the sub-agent and the listing agent should be giving you all of the information about the buyer. So you should have more than enough information about what buying decisions are being made regarding your property. And it talks about the sub-agent role here. So the sub-agent has to represent you. They may not be in a written agreement with the buyer, but they are required to put the owner's best interest first. So keep that in mind. If you have any concerns about your listing agreement, there are paragraphs within the listing agreement that allow you to get out of the listing agreement, but disputes are usually should be handled in writing. And then lastly, this is just informational purposes only. This notice is being provided for information. It does not require you or obligate you to work with a broker or the sales agent that's having you sign it. So all of this information will be filled in, and then you will initial here and date. So that is information about brokerage services. It tells you the different roles between a listing agent and a buyer's agent, and lets you know what you can expect in terms of being represented by a real estate professional. If you have any questions about listing your property to sell in the Houston market, definitely reach out to me, and I will talk soon.